Hey, it's Coach Rob here. If you are new to this channel, I am the owner and operator of Women Who Lift Weights, and I love helping women to get stronger. In this video, I'm going to talk about something I see that's very common, and it's not that it's wrong, it's just, it's not that great, and there's better ways to do it, okay? And that is using a band when you're doing pull-ups or chin-ups, okay? When you use a band doing pull-ups and chin-ups. Now, I've got a band set up, if you can see it there, I've got a band set up to demonstrate banded pull-ups and chin-ups. But let me kind of explain first and foremost, there's two primary reasons why I don't like using bands for chin-ups and pull-ups, especially when it comes to coaching women, all right? First one is it throws off the natural strength curve of doing the exercise. And what I mean by that is, if you use a band, okay, at the bottom, there's no resistance now. There's lots of resistance, okay, right? There's lots of, so none, very little, lots. So think of when you're doing a chin-up or a pull-up, at the bottom it's very springy, it's very assisted. What happens when you get to mid-range or the top? It gets much harder, okay? It's why we use bands in powerlifting, to make things harder, but it goes against it when you're doing it on a pull-up or chin-up. So let me just explain. If I'm gonna do a pull-up or a chin-up, and once I'm in this bottom position now, you can see like there's a lot of spring at the bottom. So like it allows me to really kind of get things moving pretty easily. And yes, I can remove the resistance of the band, but it's going to defeat the purpose, because the problem is you'll get a lot of pop from the band at the bottom, and then you're going to get to the top and you're not going to get very much. Where do most women struggle when it comes to pull-ups and chin-ups? They struggle at the bottom, okay? If you can't make the bottom good, who cares how good you might be at the top? It's like a deadlift. You got to fix it from the bottom before you get to the top. So you got to fix that bottom position. This is very important, all right? And the second big reason why I don't like using bands is because you got to think of the pull-up and the chin-up as being like a full body exercise and not just an upper body exercise. Now, yes, there are ways to do pull-ups to make them be upper body primarily focused, all right? But I don't like this whole thing of putting your feet behind, crossing them, and then focusing on upper body. If you want to be strong, your whole body needs to be strong. If there's a weak link in the chain, you're not strong, okay? Because you are only as strong as your weakest link. And for a lot of women, when it comes to pull-ups, the weak link is grip, but the weak link is also core, okay? Core and trunk. You would be surprised how much this plays a role when you do pull-ups and chin-ups. If I use that band and I stand on that band, like I'm going to do again, when I go to stand on that band to do a pull-up or a chin-up, my core is not working now. My glutes are not working now. My trunk, my legs, my lower body is not working. My lower body is pushing into the band to allow me to do pull-ups and chin-ups. Ideally, when you do a pull-up or a chin-up, you want your whole body to do it, not just your upper body. If you notice what I'm doing there, is I'm creating a pulse, I'm creating tension in my trunk, in my legs, and my core, and I'm getting everything tight so that when I go to do a pull-up or a chin-up, I'm using my whole body, my hips, my core, my trunk, my glutes, everything, not just upper body. If you want to isolate your upper body, sure, a band can be a great option. But if your goal is to do a pull-up or a chin-up on your own, unassisted, the band is not a great option, all right? There are other options, and there are better ways to do it. There's nothing wrong with using a band, but it is far from optimal and far from the best way to do things, all right? So stay tuned for my other videos. You can check them out on how to do pull-ups, how to get your first pull-ups, coming very soon. And if you found this helpful, please drop a comment below, like, share, all of that stuff. I would love to hear from you, and I hope it helps you. Cheers.